Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today the watch chain continues with the sixth link in the chain, this super cool professional diver, the Divex Professional 200. Just in case you're new here or in need of a reminder, the watch chain is a chain of watch exchanges between me and you guys. On each WatchChain episode, I review a watch I got from one of the channel's subscribers and offer it up for exchange. You guys are then welcome to offer me whichever watch you feel is a fair trade to the watch in question, and that's how the chain progresses. The only rule is that no money is allowed to change hands. It is strictly watch for watch. I pay for shipping my watch to you, and you pay for shipping your watch to me. Let's quickly go over the watch chain so far. The first link was the cute Timex I got from Meg, the daily wrist checker on Instagram. I then exchanged it with Dave of Just the Watch YouTube channel for his rare JDM model Orient, which in turn went to Anders from the Nordic watch channel here on YouTube. Anders' Invicta Pro Diver went to subscriber Valerie in exchange for his AV8 Hawker Hurricane Pilot's chronograph, which then passed to my friend Hans, who runs Watch Lover Snubs Need Not Apply Facebook group, and I got his brand new Casio Duro. Now we've reached the sixth link in the chain, after I exchanged the Duro with my good Instagram friend, Steve, aka Watch Bonobo, over at the UK. Steve sent me his Divex watch, which I'm sure will make one of you very happy. You'll find all the links to these guys' socials in the description of this video. Make sure you check them out and give them a follow. So let's see what is up for grabs this time. First thing to know about the Divex Professional 200, it was not made for you. Or me. This is an actual diving tool for actual commercial and defense divers. It is made by a company, or for a company, that isn't even a watch company, but rather a company that deals with commercial and defensive diving equipment. Like this Ultraflow 501 diver's helmet, this 3-channel diver's radio, and even this, whatever this is. Divex is based in Aberdeen, Scotland, and has been around since the 1980s. The Professional 200 is not an easy watch to come by, as it is not officially sold on the traditional platforms like Amazon and such. If you want to own one of these, you'll have to go on a company named JFD's website, find it, and order it there, if it's in stock. You'll also have to be a UK resident, or at least have a friend there who can receive it for you, as they don't ship outside of the UK. There's also not a lot of information about this watch online, not even on the JFD website. If you want to do your due diligence and research the watch before you go ahead and buy one, you'll have to dig around in the forums and try fishing for info. Or watch this review, because I already did that for you. The price it's listed for is just under 100 British pounds, and there are no colorways other than this black one. It comes in a relatively simple cardboard box, with nothing much inside except for the watch on a cushion and some JFD branding. If you are the one who exchanges this watch with me, you'll also get a personal note and a little something extra from me. Let's get the measurements. The width of the case is 43.5 mm. The bezel itself, though, is 40 mm. Its thickness is a touch under 11 mm. The distance between the lugs is 22 mm, but the strap itself flares out and tapers down from 25.5 mm at its widest point to 20 at the buckle. Lug tip to lug tip is 48.8 mm, and the watch weighs 92 grams. The water resistance here, like the name suggests, is 200 meters. The dial is black with a simple matte finish. A white printed minute track is found around its edge. The indices are printed on with luminescent material, and they are very similar to those of the Seiko SKX. A downwards facing triangle marks the 12 o'clock position. Elongated circles are found at the 6 and 9. Circles mark all other hours, except for the 3 o'clock marker, which is missing, giving its place to a date complication window framed in a printed white line. The date wheel is white, and the numbers are printed on it in black. Under the 12 o'clock triangle, we have a very large Divex logo, with the Vostok Scuba Dude's distant cousin, and Professional 200 meters is printed above the 6 o'clock marker. This is everything on the dial, very old school and very toolish and purposeful. The hands are classic diver style hands. Both hour and minute hands are wide arrows with loomed centers, giving a great contrast against the dial, and the second hand has an arrow tip too, and it too is loomed. The bezel is probably what defines the rugged look of the watch the most. It is made of stainless steel and has deep, almost cog-shaped knurlings that make this bezel the easiest bezel to grip on the face of the earth. It has an aluminum dive time bezel insert with numbers, lines and dots going all around it, and a loomed pip in the center of the triangle marking the 12 o'clock position. Again, very similar to the SKX line. This is a 66-click unidirectional bezel. 66. Anyone ever heard of a 66-click bezel? I wonder what's that about. The bezel action is firm and tactile, with zero freedom or backplate to speak of. Although it's untraditional 66 clicks, it seems to align well with the markings on the dial. The lume material is, well, unknown, but it does glow green. And although it looks okay at first, it's not as good as you'd expect of a professional diver. It won't last for a whole lot of time. 10 minutes, and it's gone. It is still definitely better than the lume on the Casio Dura I sent Steve. The crystal covering the dial is a hardened mineral glass, and whether or not it has any anti-reflective coating remains another unknown mystery. If I had to guess, I'd say it does have some, but I can't be 100% sure about that. The case is made of 316L stainless steel and is treated to a utilitarian brushed finish on most of its surfaces, except for between the lugs and on its underside. It has an interesting shape with a wide base on which the bezel sits, and short and stubby lugs that curve down slightly to meet your wrist. The crown is tucked away between the crown guards at the 4 o'clock position. This way it doesn't interfere or digs into your wrist when you're fixing an oil rig underwater or something. It is gnarled for good grip, blank and polished on top, and it screws down into place. Screw it out and pull it one click to set the date. Pull it out again to set the time. Round the back, a solid stainless steel screw-down case back with a very minimalistic approach. Stainless steel, 200 meters water resistant, and the watch's reference number is all you'll find engraved here. The movement powering this watch is a Seiko VX42, a simple, low-cost yet reliable quartz movement with date, and as such, you can expect it to be accurate and always ready to go. That is, unless the battery runs out, and that should be after around 3 years. The strap is made of black rubber. It's not too stiff, but it is very long, as it is meant to be worn over a diver's wetsuit. It features a single keeper and a fully brushed, non-signed stainless steel buckle. On my 7-inch wrist, this thing just looks badass. I have to say it doesn't look or feel like a 43.5mm watch, thanks to the significantly smaller bezel and the relatively slim case. It feels more like a 40mm watch. It's light and comfortable, and sits great on the wrist. But for me, this super long strap is a no-go. Most of us mere mortals will probably want to wear this Divex on a different strap anyway. Luckily, A black dial diver equals a strap monster, and this watch will look great on any strap you want to put it on. Legibility is good, as to be expected, just as long as you don't have the sun reflecting directly off the crystal. At this point, it is important for me to show you guys the condition of the watch, just so there are no surprises if you happen to be the one who exchanges this watch with me. There is a small mark on the side of the case, and that's about it. Steve didn't wear it all that much before passing it over to me, and I did my best to behave myself and keep it in as mint condition as possible. Let's go over the pros and cons of the Divex Professional 200 Dive Watch. Pros first. First of all, this is a seriously cool looking tool watch. It was made to be tough, and it doesn't mess around with unnecessary embellishments and decorations. In fact, if you ever search for information about this watch online, you probably came across a Hodinkee article about a Divex 200 found on the bottom of the Indian Ocean after laying there for a whole month. It was still ticking and showing the correct time and date. That's how tough it is. 200 meters of water resistance, with a screw-down crown and screw-down case back, ensures you can wear this watch to any water-related activity you might imagine. I love the bezel, this beast of a bezel, and its action is great, 66 clicks or not. Another thing is that the second hand seems to be hitting its marks almost every time, which is really nice to see. The watch wears great and looks great on many different straps. If this wasn't the WatchChain, this is definitely a watch I would like to keep. Moving over to the cons, there are a few things. First and foremost, the loom. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure it takes longer than 10 minutes to fix an oil rig. The loom could definitely do with an upgrade, though this is quite understandable considering the fact that this is actually a budget piece at 99 quid. It's still worth pointing out, as it is marketed as a professional diver's watch. The strap is something you might want to change right away. Again, it's not uncomfortable or anything, but it is almost comically long. Lastly, availability. For a watch that is still in production, or so it seems to be, it sure is hard to acquire. And it's a shame because this could be a great addition to any watch collection. So if you want to own this specific Divex Professional 200, shoot me an offer via Instagram or thewatchchain@gmail.com and let's talk. You can offer whichever watch you see fit. I'm not particularly interested in the monetary value of the watch. I will choose a watch I find interesting to take a close look at and present on my channel. The WatchChain is about having fun and experiencing different watches I might have otherwise not get the chance to. Or, as my friend Alex put it, if you keep this up, you'll be reviewing a Casio F91W in no time. If you like this video and the whole WatchChain concept, please hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed to my affordable watch collection too, and have the notification bell on for more affordable watches related content and to keep track of the chain. You can also do that by following me on Instagram, where you can also get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. Here are quick links to the 2 previous links in the chain. Check those out next. I want to thank Steve, Watch Bonobo, for playing along and linking himself to the WatchChain. And of course to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.